Okay, I'm going to demonstrate how to set up Loggernet, RTMC Pro, and CSI Web Server. And I'm going to set it up on a new instance of a Windows Server virtual machine on Azure. So let me start by showing the setup that I have running right now. So I'm using remote desktop connection on my local desktop computer, logging in to my Azure virtual machine at dataloggers.cloudapp.net. And you can see on here I have, this is Loggernet. I have Loggernet admin, and you guys at GU Tech have just the regular Loggernet server. That's a whole other discussion what the differences are, but the standard Loggernet should be fine. And if I log in, if I open up the application here, this interface here is just a bunch of clients that can be used to do all sorts of things. I may get into that in another video, but I just wanted to show you that, I have an Azure virtual machine set up here, and I have Loggernet installed. And then here at the bottom of the screen, or in the taskbar, you can see the icon for the CSI Web Server Administrator. And this shows that the web server, so this is CSI Web Server version 1.05 is running. So, for example, the GU Tech dashboard, if I open that up, you're going to see the dashboard that I have running that's being hosted on my CSI web server. So there's a lot of the browser here on the, actually this browser inside the virtual machine is all sort of locked down with security settings. So if I go back to my desktop, I can see the view that you'll see if you go to this URL here, dataloggers.libto0.com/GUTech. So this is the GU Tech, the primary GU Tech dashboard that I have running on my server. And then GU Tech Controls is the other website, which I set up when I was there last April for the purpose of operating some equipment in the house. All right, so I have two GU Tech related websites running, and then we're going to have a third one that was built by Nicholas and one of his grad students last year, but the file was lost, so I'm going to rebuild it. So those are going to be the three dashboards running. All right, and so in your instance of CSI Web Server, you're just going to have three websites, or you can really combine them into one if you want. But the point of the beginning of this video here is just to show you that I've got a Azure virtual machine. So it's Windows Server 2012 R2 Data Center. I could update that to Windows Server 2016, but there hasn't really been a point. And I'm not an IT expert, and getting this all set up again, just the way I have it, I don't really see the advantage of it. So it's been running fine the way it is. You can see here I have about 102 gigabytes on the C drive, which is the operating system, and then that's where I also store data. And then on the D drive, I think that's for temporary. That's the temporary drive. We'll see that in a second. All right, so that's my instance of the Azure virtual machine, or it's really a Windows virtual machine hosted on in an Azure data center.